gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, I feel good. Cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel
Feel
good,
good,
feel
feel
good.
good.
Feel like velvet rubbing over my skin. And when your hair dances on my chin, wish we were alone, baby, just the two of us. Yes, every move you make gives me a rush. Oh, oh. Wine some more, show me that love unconditionally. Make believe we're alone, just you and me. Take the problems, leave them behind. Don't let it show. Go,
Go,
baby,
baby,
go,
go,
baby,
baby,
go,
go, baby,
baby,
go.
go. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, that only I can talk about. Feel good. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, what a vibe, what a vibe, what a vibe. What a night, what a night, yes. What a night, yeah. I'd love to wipe the sweat off of your face, but it looks so good I might have to
Nice to see
replace.
everybody. Hello. Hello, Trisha. You see your first one. Welcome.
Low
We
until
have a
you
great show lined
say
up tonight. So like
time
and share
comes
as you come in.
home. Oh, why some more? Show me that love unconditionally. Make believe you're
Delsita.
alone. Just
Delsita.
you and
Hey,
me.
Delsita.
Wagwan.
Hey.
Take the
Give me
problems,
case
leave them
call me
Yeah.
night in your
behind.
man.
Don't let it show. Go.
Hmm?
Say it again. I heard her. Me say on my case because I'm in night me I go put on.
Ooh.
I love it. I
Share the
love
live, Delsita. Share the live so the people them
I
can
come in and know if you share this as Cynthia.
share. Go off of my page and share it over your page.
So me have to come out of this.
No, go on
You know,
Facebook.
ask me for the maths at night, Alright, let me see. Yeah, me I go on Facebook.
Right, go on Facebook and come back.
Yeah.
Corona.
I still on, so me have to be careful when me I do. Me go put myself in a trouble, Father God.
Come, people, we have a treat for you tonight. So please like and share this one.
I saw you just now.
You just say, watch our actress.
Mm-hmm.
No go long. No time I get excited. When me jump asleep, just see something. Hey!
Oh, oh boy.
Um,
Yeah, you want drink? You want put nothing in the cup, Delsita?
no, I want back there, but me have to cut off the label because I can't advertise.
You cut off it.
And tonight, what's in my cup would stay in my cup because I not drink nothing. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not finding you. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
find you. Shh.
You find me now?
Yeah. You like me now? You find me now? No. All right, cool. All right, so I'm sharing.
Let's get this on. Alright, while Delsita come on, we play back the music.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So, everybody coming in, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Immigration Corner.
Oh, what a night, what a night, what a night. Oh gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. Feel like it rubbing over my skin, and
All
when your
right.
hair dances on the
I just
body, wish we were
You find me now?
lonely,
yeah, but
just
I was just typing a
us.
thing there.
Yes,
I'm
every
trying to find a link.
move.
Eh?
Yeah, but yeah, man, to find you, man.
But me not
Just
see you.
pay me, you see me.
I'm
See
trying
there,
to-
Darren Johnson is with Andrea, right? Are
No.
you type that?
So come back
Oh,
now on
let me
StreamYard.
share it.
Right. So share it on your page and then come back on StreamYard so I can see you on camera.
Oh, I'm glad you not see me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I soon come back.
All right. No problem. So D, how are you doing?
I am doing good. What a week, what a week, what a week, what a week, what a week.
Long week.
Thank you to all our regulars on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We appreciate all of you.
Mm-hmm. The all out, no?
The all of you. How was your week, Professor Johnson? What's new?
The week wasn't bad.
Mhm.
Um, was quite eventful,
That's good.
but
That's good.
nonetheless, at least less long because you know me, ADHD are kicking, and I have to always be on the go.
Be moving and moving. Yes, yes.
But you know, before me
Hey,
start,
wait a minute. My phone supposed to be landscape. All right, no
before
matter.
landscape, it no matter.
Oh, come in. I want to see you all I will be having out in my room.
We are going to
Can't.
tonight.
I can't. I can't. We put we ain't live on my thing. Me put we are live. Let me
Oh,
introduce myself to Mrs. Delcita, right? Good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
How are you? I am Diani Winterfunde
I do.
from
Huh?
I am Diani Winterfunde from Rural Retreat, Claremont, PO, St. Anne.
Okay. Great meeting you.
My pleasure. I
Thank
feel
you.
I'm having a little bit of starstruck, so do excuse me if because I'm in awe and presence of greatness.
That's super
So
fine. Thank you.
it's my pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Same here. I comb every
um,
day.
All right, so let's get started because we have a phenomenal guest. We have a phenomenal group of people. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Are you live on Instagram, Darren? I'm not on Instagram because I don't want to get the feedback.
me I go over there shortly.
Okay. And I have you take the lead, but this is Immigration Corner, guys. I know we always talk about immigration law, but tonight we have a special guest
Mm-hmm.
and a first of all, she's no stranger to the Caribbean community and international and at large and
Internationally.
abroad.
Yeah.
Yes, people know her more than they know Brazil soccer team.
That's not true. Don't
Mm-hmm.
say that.
People know Miss Delcita more than they
Walk back
know
your statement.
Brazil.
Walk back your statement.
You
Mm-hmm.
ready?
But
I'm
yeah,
going to do a Google you. Exhibit A, Your Honor. All over.
she all over.
All
But
over.
but for real though, Andrea, right? She's popularly known as Del Cito. You know, see, a Christmas Day she born. She was born on Christmas Day in the year some time ago, and she grew up in Clarendon. And she's an actual guidance counselor, and she's also an actress, which we know her, Auntie Del Cito. And so Andrea would have attended Edwin Allen High School in the late some none other. And there she served as school prefect. She represented the school at many Jamaica Cultural Development competitions. You see, JCDC
Mm-hmm.
foster talent from long time, you know. So kudos to JCDC. And she considers herself shy. She considers herself outspoken, creative and she's a divergent thinker. And
Mm-hmm.
so she remembers putting on her granny's scarves while being at the table doing research for big sized encyclopedias. And she read Louise Bennett's dialects so fluently, and she's so spontaneous and almost detests routines, come like we today. And so get on a plane, a train, let her walk, hop, skip, or jump. She know that a consistent in office 9 to 5 mash up her mentally. She know like
Wow.
that. So she had her religious upbringing in a family of well-established teachers,
Mm-hmm.
lecturers, and principals. So so for them, yeah, did have enough money.
Mm. I will go book.
But over the period of her adult life, anyway, Andrea's professional pursuits spanned several professions: teaching, computer technician, IT instructor, market and social researcher, salesperson, actress, and entrepreneur. She attended the Shortwood Teachers College
Sure
and
will.
is the holder of a Bachelor's of Science in Guidance and Counseling from Northern Caribbean University. She has certificates in marketing from US School of Continuing Studies. She's an A plus certified computer continuing A plus certified computer technician. And guess what? Delcita was the first Jamaican female to be an A plus certified computer technician. No, that's a
Mm.
big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
True.
So the Celebrity Guidance Counselor is dubbed, of course, the queen of comedy in many of our circles. And so I think in summer 2016, she was one of the guidance counselors who were commissioned by the Ministry of Education to deliver psychosocial training to high school teachers across Jamaica. That's a big deal, Andrea. You should be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the shoulder.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
Andrea is a well sought after guest speaker. She's a well sought after presenter for school functions. Her recent guidance counseling posts, I think it was at Veertech, Mayday High and Dintil and no Charlie Mount. No so?
Charlie Mount, at the time, wherever you picked up that paper that you're reading from, it would have been
Mhm.
Charlie Mount at the time. But
All
no,
right,
I am not with Charlie Mount.
all right, good.
But I
So
was
she's
down that side today, actually me going at the schoolyard today. Yeah,
you
it
know
looked like
Charlie
a
Mount today?
psychic.
And so she strongly believes in understanding and developing coping skills to manage Jamaicans' children as they are the incoming labor force. Andrea lives by her philosophy: if I can positively affect 10 minds, the multiplier effect will apply. Isn't
Mm.
that awesome, Dion?
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Johnson. Thank
All
you.
right, Andrea. So, Andrea, how you do?
I am good. Darren, I hear you talk a while ago about guest speaking and something. I did 3 schools today. 3.
As a guest speaker?
Yeah.
Then laugh, don't?
They laugh, but me what tell you what happened my last one.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Steertown Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a reach, you see, Darren, I say, when me reach, they said that say, me fit dance come in. So I said, boy, me don't really want to dance. 'Cause once you're going to deliver a
Right.
speech, when you enter the room,
Mm-hmm.
you're in character, so to
Right.
speak. So basically, me going and smiling and smile and nod as Matthew would have said and everything. To
Mm-hmm.
loud humongous cheers and everything because they did their wait for me. So they said, no, me have to dance come in. Me have to reverse and dance come in. So Darren me reverse. Give somebody me handbag for hang on pan. And then decide because them a play them what them calling something not dinky me. Them night music. Darren
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
you know say after me I go forward and then take back. You know, say me drop a ground. Me being serious, drop a ground, serious. Me
No,
have to
no,
go
be
and
too
clear it out. When me dropping up, me say Jesus, peace, me gone for a couple seconds. Well, Darren,
loud.
Uh-huh.
me hit me weight name the Cossix.
Is
I
that
know
the
the
tailbone?
I know
And
the
the tailbone?
larynx. I know the larynx.
My
Lord
God.
Jesus,
Principal
a
Mungo
friend
came for
that
you,
known
get
him
you
God, and I
rescue.
tell look how me could have this step this dead so see him so. Me frightened. I know it a hurt me, but anyway. Yeah, I
Principal
did
Mungo.
today I did
Mm-hmm.
Angels Primary. There's a
Mm-hmm.
little school on Mount Rossa called Mount Rossa Primary and Infant. I did them. And
Mm-hmm.
then down into Steertown Academy.
Wow. They had a full day today.
I had a full day. So let me tell you, say, yeah, what am I telling you, say, yeah.
The night you put on.
Tired to the book. Had a full
Well,
day. But you know, we have to do what we have to do because it's not every day is like this. Not true.
Right,
Mhm,
right,
mhm.
right. Well,
Right.
Delsita, we're grateful that you're here on Immigration Corner because guess what? Somebody pinch me and Diane and tell me, say you're fine. Want somebody up here. And they say you have to come for our program because we have to help you to get started out.
Mother foreign.
Yes, oh yes. So, so we want to talk about that tonight. And then we also know that you have the new play, Ex Baby Mother, which
Yes.
is another big one
Yeah,
that
it's
is
very
going on,
committed. Yeah.
and so people need to know about it. So where do we
This
start?
man want me fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, so Darren, as I said, I remember one time me I go up, you know, as you talk.
Mm-hmm.
One time me I go up. You know that airline they were no call no name.
Mm-hmm.
That time I just start travel in 2006. So we take the airline, they were charge for everything. You know it, like if you wear
Right.
one
No
shoe,
call no
then
name.
charge fine. If you
Mhm.
wear one ring, then charge three times. So you know that airline there.
Yeah, we're
No,
not
that way.
calling you.
Yeah, call no name. But
Mhm.
so when the
Oh yeah,
airline
what
take
yeah.
off,
I wonder if the people them who are watch can type the airline and make me see then one which one.
no, no.
No, no free press over
Go
here.
on, go on,
No free press. No free press.
go on.
So me say, so at Benin, all right, how do I say this now? So the
Mm-hmm.
person did live, yeah, the person did live in New York, but a Florida me did there. You know when you go foreign, you think say everywhere near, you know, you just start traveling foreign, you think say everywhere
I
near.
want foreign.
And
Mhm,
one foreign, one liquor foreign. So
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
anyway, same say, you know, let me book you so you can come into New York. So I say, all right, fine. When the airline take off, me always hear them talk about space shuttle. Me never know say that the airline they have space shuttle too. I straight to the ear, so it go. So
Uh-huh.
me start sweat and everything. I say, look how me I got deadlift my family because
Mhm.
see sitting here and me no seat a come back down. I straight up in the ear to go and all them something there. So anyway, you know, I remember them searching me, I immigrate at customs, saying
Mm-hmm.
to me, let's can we just have a look at your bag, your no not bag, lie, your pocketbook. You know how long me and the woman did it? How me I try to figure what she attack? This pocketbook sitting. I mean, I said, Jesus, peace, I wish she attack. And she a pint pan I said, but me no have no book for me, no have no diary, me no have nothing. This pocket, if you're in a dickon, so you're traveling, no man. You know,
Uh-huh.
so, me say, me
People
and this
are in the pocketbook, they'll sit there.
You
you
don't have no
know
book.
what? Honestly, I didn't know what it was. And then finally, she held on to it because, you know, by right, they're supposed to let you hand it to them. So she
Right.
took it for identified for me. And I said, oh, they mean how one burger left in there, you know. And she swipe one sitting in there and said, maybe not. Me tell her something I want it. Me throw in I bin because me don't know where she swipe in there. And
Mhm.
another thing about traveling again, as I talk about immigration, and a lot of people don't even know, no matter how them educated, is that
Mm-hmm.
when you go over there, when you go over in the States or
Mm-hmm.
even Canada, and no matter how a winter you see sun hot, do not go out there like it's still there Clarendon top without a coat. Me say, I remember I see sun hot and somebody say, put on a coat. You need to put
Uh-huh.
on a coat. Hear me that man. What did them say? Oh, yes,
Mm-hmm.
for his son. So
Mhm.
me say, for the other cool kids.
They're
But I
running.
think
That
it
what
happens
son?
to every single Caribbean person who
Mm-hmm.
enters the States in winter. Everybody or wherever there's a winter,
Mm-hmm.
it always happen. But in terms of immigration, I think the most frightening thing for any Jamaican is when they launch the wait name kiosk, KIOSK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're supposed to go and
print.
put in their pass, process themselves, so to speak.
Right.
Hey, you know when you're in a class and teacher give you work,
Mm-hmm.
and you know say you're not done and you don't understand, and teacher say, okay, Professor Darren, bring up your book. And
Mm-hmm.
so when the plane land with the Jamaican people, them in the passengers, you know, I saw them hide back one another line, no, cause nobody don't want to go up front. If you go face.
Nobody know why use the kiosk.
Can they want somebody go first in front of
You
them?
want somebody to go first, and it's still happening because you know
Right.
Jamaicans, they are so scared of these things, and sometimes you as immigration persons, I think sometimes these are things that persons should be made aware of.
Mm-hmm.
How to even answer questions.
Oh
I
wow.
personally have been to the embassy, and I heard when a lady went up, she looked like she
Mm-hmm.
was in her early 60s. And
Mm-hmm.
I heard when the immigration officer said to her, I noticed you have a 10-year visa. What
Mm-hmm.
happened when you went up? Are you just returning? The lady said yes. She said yes, she did just use up the whole 10 year while she's there. She never bother come back down.
No, sir. Where you?
Who you said you the below 10 years?
She couldn't bother come back.
She not bother. No, she used it up. I mean, I say these are little things that Jamaicans ought to know. You know, even with the whole 6 months thing, when they stamp your passport and give it the six
After
months,
6 months.
a lot of people don't even understand that it does not mean you are to spend the 6 months,
Yes.
because then immigration gonna ask you when the next time around, why would you be spending such a long
And
time?
yeah, that is so true, Delcita, because a lot of people they'll call and say, but oh, they said 6 months. But you,
Mm-hmm.
when you applied for this visa, you told them that you have a job in Jamaica, which job will give you 6 months every year. You said you're working at X. Which school is giving you 6 months last year, 6 months this year? It don't look good.
The
It don't
point,
look good.
the
It
point.
don't look good.
The point is true. So we need to know these things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing a young miss telling the immigration officer that her uncle is sick and she have to stay with him. And the officer said, so there was nobody else in that household. What if you weren't up there? How would your uncle cope?
Mm-hmm.
So some people know they're not
They're
they're
not think.
just
Nothing.
So
they're just
so
feeling
the
at
so
them
you're
like,
not I love the discussion, but here what too, me have some people that text me say they don't want you about the one where you find over there. How that go?
what the man will be fine over there.
Yes.
Let me can't tell people.
But you know, all I need to do is drop one something and people just want to hear.
Why? Ah,
Mhm.
Jesus. You want
How
to
you
find
meet him,
over there
D?
now?
How you
All
meet him?
right, the one I'm find over there now.
Mhm.
The problem with that, the one they know. I feel know how me gonna reach over there, and when me go over there, what going to happen. So
Mhm.
maybe you want to ask you know, as immigration
Mhm.
people. So me find one little man a foreign, right?
Mhm.
And him said that say he would really want me stay up there. But him there foreign, listen good enough, me come in the want to come criticize me and say me I play
Mhm.
hardball.
Mhm.
Right.
Me ask him say, how long in there foreign? In
Mhm.
there foreign about 20 years now, right?
Right.
Mhm.
He might build house here at Jamaica, but he live in a rent house up there. So he might quote me and I said to me, say, boy, when I come up with a really wow, we make life together. But then if the man there for 20 years and he's still living in a rental property, one thing, should I take the chance?
Mhm. So you're saying living on rental property,
But you want to build
Yes.
also Jamaica.
Bill also
My
Jamaica.
Been
build
there
house in
20
Jamaica.
years.
And in there,
One thing
yeah.
too.
One thing.
One
I
thing.
think, ask the people in the audience,
He
but
him do construction. But
Mhm.
okay.
no holiday, no catch him a foreign in down here. So me see him very often. That's why I mean not necessarily
Oh.
have to go.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So in down here very often.
Mm-hmm.
So when
But
we
maybe
want
no one
ask,
buy no house, they'll see it. Maybe no one buy no house if I believe
then
house at
when me
Jamaica.
at 20 years in there foreign, so when me if you do go, they go live with him.
No, it wanna go build, no?
Bill way.
The foreign. Foreign.
But me can't go up, they go work. That's why me ask, you know,
Oh.
can I go? We can't go up, they go work.
No, but you want me to tell you if you do.
Mm-hmm.
So like when they are 20 years, me that find out if
Yes.
I'm a citizen first.
Me no
Me
know
that
him,
ask
why
you
know
if
he
I'm a
live
citizen.
there, then he's not a citizen.
No, sir. Some of them they are 40 years and them are a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Me that ask him, make him, and when he, even if he tell us I'm a citizen, ask him to show you the book. Tell him say he wants to see the blue book.
Right.
The foreign
The blue
passport.
book that I all time Jamaican passport.
No, you want to
Oh.
see the US passport. We call it blue book. I have my blue book.
Oh,
So the man make him tell you, I have people where, you know, a man then tell them, so they're a citizen and then come here, pack up their house in Jamaica, pack up them life and come here, come find out, say, man, either
Yeah.
our woman live in a rent house, man or woman there, how long. You see, if some people live in a rent house by choice and they might build a life back home.
right.
Right.
So they will live in a rent house by choice. That's a difference. That's why I say, you know, do look at talking to him man and find out what
Yeah,
go
but
on.
when me find out with him now, last week me I talk with him, right? And him I said to me, say, the house where he start bill, them a rob him too much, so he not bother with it. So when he come now, him only like go hotels or so. So what me if he do?
Me that talk to him look a bit. Me not pack up my life yet. No pack up your life yet. Come visit and look.
You have kids?
You know, look like he can't get any, you know.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't pack up yet. Me that I
If
would.
it alright. Prof him say not have any children, but enough for me mind,
Mm-hmm.
me if he say he can't get no children. Come I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
You see, anytime he one time I did go up there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
One time I go up there to him. And he nothing happen. Not tell no lie, nothing happen.
Nothing.
He
Mm-hmm.
say not know why. When he there foreign, that's why I come down so often because when he there foreign, nothing.
In the work.
Cool up.
They
work. Okay. All right, man, give it thumbs down. So it work at Jamaica, but in the work at foreign.
Hardly try me, I try. I me buy out me cooks and me do everything we could have do. Put on perfume, put on longer gay. Wait them long
Longer gay. The
lingerie.
people for longer gay.
Mm-hmm.
No. So I say no if he mind at ease. But when he come at Jamaica, things happen. So what I think when me I say, me have to consider say, even if foreign would have better for me, it now go better in a my relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the long distance.
Then how it go work?
Now go just go and come. You come, him go. Just go and come.
You can still get the green card, you know, if you
You
can
can
still.
still marry that to green card and I to want to live by what they call it now, by country. You go back
Yeah.
and forth.
All we have to do is file something on the re-entry permit.
You
And
can't
say
Jamaica.
you have something, you have one reason down there if you stay down there.
Oh, so I can get married to him,
Mm-hmm.
but I can still stay back in Jamaica. I'm have what is called a what?
Re-entry permit.
Re-entry permit.
You have to get the little green card now. You come up, you spend one little 3 months, we get the permit fee, you can go back to Jamaica, you can stay at Jamaica 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Without coming back.
And once you take a fingerprint up, once we file and you take a fingerprint, we can
Go
put
on.
it, say, pick it up at Jamaica, so you can go on. You can put it up at embassy.
You and him can pack up and pack barrel and something and go on home.
So if him not have a blue book, what me fi do?
Him need to get him blue book. 20 years, him need to call we.
Then for call we. Because more than likely,
blue book, him need to call we.
in getting in trouble.
You know, say sometimes they not the full disclosure.
Don't pack your bag, Delcita. Don't pack your bag.
No, why you left. Me know why you left it. You have to get all
You
that
don't like this one or this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't know where you meet him, but go back
I
where you
want
meet
one next one because you need to
go
see your
back where
file.
you meet him and try again.
The
So
me
the
say the
try,
time one next one, one next one. Because
you
when me
talk
with
too much. You talk too much.
Trisha said that now go work, Delsita. Trisha said now work. See, them said now work.
that
All
not
right.
gonna work.
So this one, no.
Oh, there's
Mhm.
another one?
Yeah, me go tell someone next one did it.
Delsita is sharp.
So this one, no. I'm a I'm a child father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the child at 13 and him up there, but him they tell me say him will carry me up for married to me. But since him gonna him find somebody, and the girl decides say him can't support the child anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So basically she tell him say him need to send for the child, make me set up the picnic. So that them him can mind the picnic up there. Oh that go. Can I sue him for child support? What can I do?
Are you gonna send him the child or no?
No. So
You're
how
not
can
sending the
I get
child.
child support at
You
age
can't care my child. You can't care my child support. You can't care
So
my
that
child
can
support.
happen in a state where I'm there?
Yes, it can happen in any state where he resides. The problem is you might have to do it in Jamaica because you come up, can sue him.
No.
So sue him at Jamaica then for child support.
I will
So
have one lawyer.
Jamaica gonna look for him up there?
No, once you sue him, then you're gonna get a judgment in Jamaica. It's called a foreign judgment.
Right.
You sue him at Jamaica, and Jamaica gonna say, all right, based on everything, him have house, land, and car, if he pay you this money. Right?
And we have a
Especially
lawyer. We have a lawyer named Garnico Williams. Who
wait,
she
I
well
think she
versed.
was on here earlier. So you sue him at
Yeah.
Jamaica
I lose
first.
no case. So you link up Garnico right down a runner, babe. And Garnic went do everything at the court down the field. But when
Right.
you do that now,
Yeah.
Diane thought about the foreign
And then you
judgment.
get what we call a judgment. And when you bring it here, now it's called a foreign judgment.
Mhm.
And then we just execute it here. We find out when they show him, and we just have them execute it, like put the power underneath it and say, oh, money at Jamaica for
So
child support.
question. Suppose him not straight there, them still gonna find him?
That's gonna be difficult because even for year one now, if him not straight, him not no social.
Mhm.
And the social come in like a little dog tag, where we can grab him with
Like
it.
a TRN.
You come like a
Right.
tiara in Jamaica. So you see when them not straight, it get more technical. It can be
But
done very technical.
right,
Because no
as
one
you
know
say,
where work. And it can come a court, can tell the judge saying not even work.
mhm,
Oh.
Like we don't a social, we don't a proof.
mhm.
Oh.
We don't have nothing.
Well, me not no proof neither same him get landed.
Mm.
So that I problem. But me would I still try. But I still
Come
try
on.
talk to the lawyer
Mhm.
and see what can happen.
All
But
right.
all right.
Hey,
Not
Attorney
just that,
Griffiths. Attorney Griffiths out of New York. Good evening and welcome to Immigration Corner.
We have
We have Miss
Delcita.
Delsita tonight. Big up on the immigration corner. We're we got large, we have large people for sure. We're not normal no more.
Oh, if you normal.
We're not normal. We have big
I
old
mean,
VIP.
technically, we don't. We don't do basic.
We were
anyway.
never normal. We don't do basics. So thank you, Miss
Delcita.
Delsita. All right, go on top, Miss Delsita. Just welcoming the guests.
Right.
welcome guests, welcome. So the question I want to ask, suppose say the whole situation stay until the child is like 18. Can you still sue?
For
For
child
support?
support or for child support?
Yeah.
It depends on the state of majority, but you wanna sue before the child becomes age of majority. Because remember, in a lot of states, child support done at 18. When the child turns 18, they say them were emancipated or something like that.
Right.
Unless they were just in college.
23.
Some states, if they go into college and stuff, then yes. But I think you want to file as soon as possible, even if the man is living here in America, because they have a lot of man, will leave go Jamaica and leave go Caribbean and get children. You need to track them down. First of all, before you get into any kind of relationship, make sure you know them social, them address, take picture all them documents when them asleep.
Yeah.
Not everything, because when we have those, we can really, really help. And especially
Okay.
And then, oh yes, she comes to come on and confirm that you will not be able to
if the
sue.
child is
Big up
18.
point, you're not
So
able to sue in Jamaica if the child is
do
8.
early. Do early, because by 18, the child done.
Mhm.
Some states
Right.
here have different laws on age, but by
Regulations.
18, the child is an adult. So it's the court now go really. So me that says so no.
Right.
No, no,
Okay.
no. Don't wait.
Like on a child at 13, so no.
And you can at least you get at least 5 years of child support,
Right.
Right.
as opposed to you two at 18. There's nothing. The child is
Mhm.
an adult.
So in the case now of a mother
Mhm.
who will leave, if it's the mother who will leave the child on the father can do the same thing. Sue the mother for child support.
Same thing too. Same thing.
Like with the courts here, see, New York is 21. So Attorney Griffiths is in New York and he does a lot of family law cases. We got to bring him on one night. So New York, Del
Mhm.
Cita is 21. So if you be the father there, New York, 21.
21.
So
Okay.
in the States, everything is state specific. Florida, New York, everything
Right.
state
Some
specific.
have them own laws.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So talk about the man trying to track down the mother now. So like the father, if the father in a Jamaica and the
Mhm.
mother gone a foreign, probably find gentleman and gone a foreign and leave him alone with the pitney. How that figure now?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Because it
Because
comes out.
the father have the same rights as the
Mhm.
mother. Not different. And at courtside, you know more to the mother and you
Mhm.
know more to the father. 50
And,
50.
first of all,
And
we're full of liar tonight. Look,
we
look,
look
Mr.
a
Williams.
lawyer just have say attorney
If
say
there's a maintenance
and if there's a
order,
maintenance order, you can have it extended to 23. If the child
Wow.
is going to university, but this application for extension must be done before the child is 18. So all who want the university money, I'm telling you, go
do
to
it now.
attorney Gonique Williams. She will help you to take care of the estate. That's what you call it, D?
Take care of pitney them.
Yes. Then know your
Mhm.
estate then.
Okay, so repeat that for me. So
So
you're
if
saying if a woman have any suspicion that,
Mhm.
especially if the man giving problems already, the
Right.
woman and the man go to family court
Mhm.
and
Yes.
make sure so you seek extension.
Mhm.
You get the
So that
order
if the child
first.
go college or
Mhm.
university, the man still is he
Mhm.
born and compel.
And if
Mhm.
and when not the law doesn't the law not really distinguish between man and woman. Meaning, if you're
Right.
the man, you're the custodial parent. You have custody and care, legal and physical, of the child. You
Right.
can do the same thing here. And Ghani can back me if the same holds true for Jamaica, but up here it's the
And
same.
especially automatically, if you have custody of the child, then automatically money, the support goes to you
Supposed to do.
because you are the person who have the child. So if you're a man and you have the child, the mother have to pay you. If you're the
Mhm,
mother of the child, the father have to pay you.
mhm.
All right. Me have a brilliant question. My neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
this person encourage her to do on business, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To invest in her business. No business, no go so no name so a person tell her about.
Mm-hmm.
The person gone a foreign with the money. She
Mm.
reported to the police.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that you will be able to track down that person? And what proof? Suppose you never sign nothing to say, but the person has admitted through text that they're going to repay, but the
Mhm.
person doesn't know what state the person is in. Can they hold the person at the border when they're returning to Jamaica or something? What can happen?
First,
That's
what kind of business is it?
Um,
What kind of business that the neighbor they do? That she said she did do. I like my work
they
program
just
or something.
like us or what?
I like my work program.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that sounds like a civil thing. I think they might owe nobody. I think the lawsuit will have to be in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
because typically when you look at U.S. courts, right, them look for subject matter jurisdiction. Which court
Has jurisdiction.
has jurisdiction over this thing? I remember, everything happened at Jamaica. The parties are Jamaican. If you
Mm-hmm.
say no, one I party is a U.S. citizen,
Right.
then maybe
Oh,
we could try a little thing, or a green card holder, and then live
Try to
in the
suck.
States. We could have been a little bit. And it depends on the crime too. You see all if they lick down somebody at Jamaica and come back here,
Right.
that's a federal offense. Now it start cross borders. So now we have a different conversation. But when I
Right.
just want to look a civil matter between me and you at Jamaica, no me and you, say you
Right.
want somebody that is not a US citizen,
Right.
a lot of times US is gonna say, the US is going to say, and I've had these cases, the US is gonna say,
So
"We're not
Garnick
doing-
says,
we're not doing no business."
OMG, this is a common occurrence, especially people borrowing loans.
And the
and
guarantor leave with the bag. Because
bag.
people borrow loans if you go, we don't know, if you pay for the little visa, if you get little pocket money and something, and then
Right.
come
Right.
here,
Right.
the American courts won't generally, I mean, I said generally, I mean, I say as a specific
Kind of
rule,
petty. That's a petty court.
as a general rule, the American courts won't get involved.
Got you.
Then it says a common occurrence. It's
Mm.
not because sometimes you have bill collectors. Me never even know some Miss Delcita bill collector they are Jamaica called people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me never know. That is very modern. I love it.
Yes, man. Long time.
Me
And
never
last time
know.
courts are called people.
Yes.
How they come back for their furniture after them by December, then come for January.
Mm-hmm.
That quickie.
You're lucky that if then
That quick. Come on, man. That quick. No, that is quick. Say Andre agrees. Andre, a PLI and I also know Miss Delcita.
So
Andre said America has no jurisdiction over this. Yeah, there's no personal and there's no subject matter.
right.
Yes, American courts now gonna really get involved. They're
Right.
not get involved.
If it did
Alright.
up here,
yes.
Then there is subject matter jurisdiction.
because it's here.
Oh, got
Right.
you. Even if you're Jamaicans and you're up there, that's it.
Yeah, because the thing happens, the two Jamaicans are fighting here. The courts here will
Will intervene. So
Yeah.
if,
Right.
if one of them go to the court and said, they'll sit and bust up my head, the court will assess the situation.
the court will confirm Miss Delcita.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What happens in a case
Mm-hmm.
where two somebody have the picnic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the mother and the mother and the father don't agree again.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother take the picnic and come and marry America with the picnic.
Mm-hmm.
And the father wants to fight. The father still has to be paying maintenance into an account, but has no access to the child. What happened?
Where's the father?
Father in Jamaica,
Okay.
mother in America.
So daddy needs to go to Attorney Williams and they need to vary that order. Go into the court and make Attorney Williams vary that order to say, listen, I'm not seeing this child. I don't know where this money is going. And we need to vary this order because
And that's also parental kidnapping.
right. And then two, see Andre confirmed it too. That's of course it's
Parental, that's called yeah.
because if the
parental
father never
kidnapping.
give no permission for the picnic or foreign, that's
Right.
a big
Parental
problem.
kidnapping.
Garnick is saying so you'd have to serve the person or apply for substituted service to serve the summons on someone who could bring it to the person's attention or to publish it in a newspaper overseas. And if you know the state that the person is in. So listen, it can be done.
It's parental kidnapping, and especially I know I've had the opposite here where my clients, like there's an American citizen woman and the husband say maga India go look for him family with the baby and him don't come back. We can get the Department of State to intervene.
And they will intervene.
And they will, because especially that child is an uncle and baby, meaning the child was born on US soil. And even when they're not, once the action takes place within the continental United States, a lot of times the Department of State will intervene because it sounds romantic in a parental kidnapping, but a kidnapping.
Right.
But I think a lot of Jamaicans, we don't push that. We just say, boy, say the pitney, I'm in a ear from them. It's parental kidnapping.
Well, I know of persons who they're worried sick, but they just don't know what to do because the person gone with the child and they still have to be paying support. In fact, there are cases where the person is arguing for more support, yet the father can't see the child.
Wow.
Alien, what you call that word there?
Alienation. Which leads us to we could talk about ex-baby mother because I
that's
love
what we deal with in the play.
Yes,
Right,
I saw that. Let's talk about ex-baby mother. For those of you that are joining us, we're
right.
talking to Miss Delcita.
Before we even get to that, just to
Go
sum
ahead.
that up, I see attorney says there's an ongoing case where the grandmother took the child to the U.S. to visit the mother, and the grandmother came back without the child, and the father sued the grandmother.
Yes.
So
Wow.
in that case, that's where the father they substituted service and gave serve it on the grandmother. So the grandmother basically eligible. So all who are played Dandy
Highlight,
Shandy,
highlight Dr. Andres. Andre is a public defense attorney here in the States. So he deals with a lot of these matters and he
Right.
talks about where the crime can be resolved. And I think
uh,
this is a good conversation and Miss Delcita because a lot of
Thank
times
you.
Jamaicans feel helpless. Like, what me I
mhm,
gonna do? Or me I gonna find it, pitney? And they just a lot of times they just throw up their hands. And
uh,
Yes.
there's a recourse. There's a recourse in the
and
legal.
the attorney Griffiths is saying parental alienation is a defense to payment of support, and it
Yes.
should not be. And that's why you need competent lawyers, competent advocates who can really who know the law and they'll fight for the best interest of you and your
This I
child.
pay a big liar I pay a big liar in my house tonight, you know. This which liar come from? Which school a liar? Tennessee, New York, Jamaica, and I pay a Jamaican liar in there, you know.
Excellent. And
Jamaican right,
that shows the talent
the talent.
and the
Yeah,
skill
Jamaica.
set that is among
Jamaica
us.
talent. And they come over, come see Miss. I know that's another they come to Miss Delcita. They hear so Miss Delcita in the house. They hear so the professor and the liar bring in
Yes.
Miss Delcita tonight. Thank you guys so much. Let's talk about
Yeah.
ex-baby mother and this
The
is your
play.
this is
Yeah.
good. Tell us
Yeah.
a
The,
little bit about ex-baby mother,
the
where
Mhm,
we
play
can
ex
see
baby
it.
mother is the very same thing it deals with. Parental alienation
mhm.
and how it affects children, how it affects them emotionally.
Right.
Yeah. And we look at the different scenarios in relationship why children are alienated without us understanding and how they are used as pawns, you know, in the quarrels and all them because something there. So basically, in ex baby mother, we look at a situation where the father lives with a brand new woman and the woman wants to alienate the father from the child, right?
Mhm.
So she decides that the father is not supposed to support the child is not supposed to come there, all that sort of thing. So the child is fully frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the child's mother eventually turns up, and that's not supposed to happen. And
Right.
legally, even though she's frustrated, she's not supposed to compound the man woman turf, I come cause a problem because of course she will be in the wrong. So
Right.
Right.
basically that's trespassing. That's definitely trespassing. So you
Mhm.
can't say because the child father not support, you're gonna come in there come fight off because you need support for the child. You can't and what I think I advise in ex baby mother is use the systems that are provided by the government. Go to the family court and get support for the child
Mhm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and learn to control our emotions and all them because something them. And I tell you what I'm playing okay, I'm not paying.
So
Not
when
Right.
paying.
when the player come a foreign, them ask.
I
Right.
a lot of people asking me about Florida, New
Mhm.
York, Connecticut and so forth. But next year we tour.
Next
Okay.
year.
Yeah, next year we tour. We're just going through now. The place just open and you
Right.
have to run the show for a little bit so that
Mm-hmm.
enough persons watch the show. Persons still are not used to coming out fully yet. I tell you,
Right.
people are still scared, and the crime wave also make people scared. So you
Mm.
find that I try to have the shows pretty early so people feel
Right.
safe when them coming out and
And
they
then go
can't
back
get out
home.
back. But people really, 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 really enjoying the show. At the quarter
Mhm.
auditorium, I remember somebody was reminding me today that it's the first that they have watched a play and there was an after talk. We had a post discussion. So
Nice.
normally you bow, thank you for coming, and everybody gone about their business.
Mm.
No, after what people just sat there. And that's what I noticed for this show. Once it's done, people just sit there. You can always engage them in a discussion.
I,
Some
I,
policies were there and them interview me accordingly and we are telling them so it's hard to find theatre space in Jamaica and it's rough on us and the government ain't paying us any mind.
mhm,
And when you go across the length and breadth of Jamaica, you really hardly have anywhere to play, you know, and when you do find somewhere, sometimes it's so expensive. For example, the Korna Auditorium, they charge us in US dollars. So it's the air. But we
Mm.
right,
try. So basically, that is it. But I am impressed with how impressed the audience is.
right. You know what I think, Delsita, the whole parent alienation thing, it's something that happens daily. And so I think people can relate
Yes.
to it.
Yeah.
You know, most of those the people who come to the plate, something it's a situation or an issue they're
Yeah, you're
going
relatable.
through. So I me kind of feel bright tonight. So more you tell me
Mm-hmm.
from a guidance counselor perspective,
Mm.
is that something that you see happening daily in the schools, in the
Yes, man,
system?
daily.
And,
A lot of
and
times
how
children
does it
walk
affect
into
the
the office.
children?
They walk into the office so sad because they said, you
Mhm,
know, like they would say, the father would say to come over then, you know,
mhm,
because the father wants to play his role and say, come and stay. But the stepmom is just so terrible. I know of a child who she couldn't stand going home because the stepmother literally turned her into a helper. Should have
wow.
to be up with the child until late hours. And if that baby cry, if she's home and the baby cries, she expect that the child is supposed to tend to the baby. And
Mhm.
if she not tend to the baby when the baby crying, she box her and then or tell lies, tell the father
So,
Mm.
lies.
so
That's what
Delsita,
I
what
come
sort of
across pretty
systems,
often. They are
what
so
sort of
vindictive.
systems are in place for the student reports something like that? What's the approach? How do they fix that?
You know what, Darren? It's just a sad state of affairs because, and I think that's why I'm not in the system. I
Mm-hmm.
just prefer to the guest speaking and see if we can help out the parents.
Mm.
Um, it is reported, but to act on it takes a long time because an issue like that is for a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know, there are few, very few and far between social workers in Jamaica. One parish sometimes has, or one region has just two social workers.
Mm.
For
Oh,
example,
oh.
when I was at Dental,
Mm-hmm.
I remember having one dege social worker fi serve Spanish Town, Linstead, Geisel, here, so there, so. So it takes a long time to resolve the issues. I tell you the joke part. You must see the
Mm-hmm.
social workers driving in a car and I'm coming to your office with one day. Oh, I'm looking for so and so. Are you gonna look for picking the graduate all 5 years ago?
Oh no.
No, but I
You
mean,
keep crossing
it's
the top of the
popular.
pile.
It's serious though. Like, just the joke how Delsita said, but it's a serious issue, and that's something that's really
Mhm.
it's a system problem, and so
It is.
we can just imagine why we're having so many issues now, so many
With
social issues
crime and
now
everything.
lacking.
I remember an issue where a child was raped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a child first form when I met her, she was a first former and she got raped from grade 6 at the primary level, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And all grade 8, the pitney still a go court till the man takes sick where rape her. The man will rape her take sick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So him now can't show up because him have a medical report say he can't make it. And you have these children going into the courts so often, and each time you send them, each time they go back, they have a court hearing. They are more
They're
traumatized,
traumatized.
Wow.
and
Yeah.
there are many. If you were to just do an announcement, a public announcement, and said, "Have you ever been to the courts because you were molested, sexually molested?" and it didn't reach anywhere. And
Mm-hmm.
trust me, the amount of people who are run come with their hand in the ear.
Mm.
It's frustrating in the school system, man. Very, 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 very frustrating. Extremely.
Have you that's because I know Delsita, you have leverage. Have
Mm.
you ever tried to maybe you know, try to start a movement to kind of say, listen, man, we need to do better. In fact,
The best I have done is when I went on a Cliff Hughes program, and that is why they merged the organizations. I remember
Mhm,
there was a case that a woman said she keep reporting to children's advocate it was,
mhm,
and I was listening into Cliff's program, and the lady on there and said, she tired for reports that they keep saying they're coming, and the situation is deteriorating. And I
wow.
called Cliff and I said to Cliff, say, look, the amount of organizations the one matter has to go through, the one they get matter,
Mhm,
that they not gonna solve it now. Cause then you have children's advocate, you have Sissoko, you have what them name again, the children's registry, and it was about four of them. And
Mhm.
that's when they merged them. It was
mhm.
me calling Cliff, and
Wow.
Cliff was literally friend, and I went on the evening, went on his after whatever program in the evening. Um and they brought on I think Lisa was on, Lisa Hannah at that time, and some other persons, the director of the children's registry and so forth. And Cliff was appalled. He was like, why are you having so many different organizations to deal with one matter?
Same thing.
And that's when they merged them. That's when they merged them. So that's the best I have done. That's the
Mhm.
best I have done.
Okay.
I have thought about it, and I said one of the things I would have to do if I'm doing that is to work with a lawyer. You cannot do that and don't work with a lawyer.
Well, so you need a lawyer to
You
to
need
to.
a lawyer
Mhm.
Wow.
because you would need legal advice all the way, every step of the way. Because you see, when you're dealing with minors, you have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I've dealt with some very heavy cases in schools. Extreme, when I say heavy, real heavy cases where I literally have to stand up like a lawyer to sort out many hearings, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, pretty. I see now that we have undergone 2 years of lockdown.
Right.
Trust me, one going in our system.
It back up. It back
It
up.
back up and it clog up. The children were molested left, right, and in them center.
Mm-hmm.
They were molested. A lot of children are traumatized, but it's hard to be dealt with in the school system because the guidance counselors' hands are tied because they are
Mhm.
told once you come across the situation, call the children's registry. Hey, I can tell you now, Professor Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
I have had situations where I am calling the registry from another day at school. Call
Mm-hmm.
1 o'clock, two, three, four, and it busy. Remember, I whole island are calling to these numbers, I think they have
Mhm.
about 8 numbers. And
Right.
because of the urgency of the matter, I have to make sure I put a note. I put my pan bag and when I reach home at 8 o'clock before I
Yes.
get through.
Wow.
Because I
And you're
can't let
still
it slip
calling.
the other day. Because my principal is going to call and find out if the matter has been reported.
And then it's things like this I wonder, because every day people get up and them find everything else a major and a minor, but these are the things, these are the social issues that
Mhm.
starts the problem. And if you don't
Our
fix it,
children suffer,
how you
but
going to get a better
they suffer. But in order to
country?
resolve the matters, as me
Mm-hmm.
say, all right, this is how it goes. Let's look at the relay. Let's set up the relay on the field. So the child comes to you as a guidance counselor. You find out that the matter is external to the school setting. So it means
Right.
that Sisoka has to get involved, or you report it
Right.
to the child's registry, right? Listen, Also, you need a police and you need to have a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
We've never been told about the lawyer part.
Okay.
Never, never. You're just told about the police.
Mhm.
Now, sorry, Sisoka is handling so many matters. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying to you. That with Sisoka, sometimes by the time they are to resolve a matter, the people they might migrate, they leave school. Ah, so that's something.
Mm.
Mhm.
Wow.
You
Mm-mm.
get the web that we're in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's terrible.
And that's why the
and
kids
our
are
children
angry.
suffer.
So many of them are
Aisha,
hungry and they're hurt. Yep.
Aisha,
Aisha, she
right? You
said
want to highlight that, Professor Johnson? She said that is the reason why
that's
so
why.
many kids are angry and hurt. All right, so Delcita, you touched a little bit early on about parental alienation with one parent dating another person. Talk a little bit about what you see happening in the schools when parents migrate. And I ask you that because when I was in high school, my mother migrated. So I was in high school, left with my dad. And we never had them a fancy term, yeah, parental migration. We just call it mommy gonna foreign. But I remember being traumatized. I remember coming home from the airport, walking into my home, feeling like my mother had died. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I felt, like something was wrong. How do you see that play out in the school setting?
It happens every
With
day,
people
and
like that?
sometimes the children become what you call it again? I don't remember. Where
Withdrawn.
they become introverts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Withdrawn. Mm-hmm.
They literally shut down on you
Mm-hmm.
wow. Wow.
because they go into a state of shock
Hmm.
and then they shut down.
Wow.
So they come to the office, want to be in your presence because
Mm-hmm.
they feel warmth, but they don't want to talk.
Hmm.
Right.
Right? So they internalize the pain. And you see them
Mm-hmm.
walking, and you see them look like a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I know one child who moved from being an honor roll student to being pregnant.
You're looking at Exhibit A.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. You're defining my life. That's I was like, oh my God,
I
there's a
never
chart.
want to book up a
Yeah.
head right here.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
this is
don't want to
exhibit.
book up a head.
Literally, yeah,
I'm
I
so
did. I got
sorry.
pregnant. I got pregnant at 15. My mother left at 13. 2 years later, I was pregnant
I'm so sorry.
from being like the top of my class, extroverted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
But
wow.
And
sister
So you
Big
see,
Law,
yeah,
which
that's what I'm saying.
this is
You can save them.
right,
I try to save as many as I can. I try
right.
to. But you know what the worst part is? When the children are left probably with an aunt or a grandmother or so, it works. But you see when the children have to end up in a step relationship,
oh, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to sort out that one.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow.
And when you say step relationship, is it that you find that maybe that stepfather doesn't really show the care that the father
Oh,
would show, or the
I
stepmother?
tend to find the stepfathers much more responsible and caring than the stepmothers. The
Mm-hmm.
stepmothers are the cruel and jealous ones.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
The
Wow.
stepmothers are very cruel, extremely cruel and jealous, very crude. And when they come to you, they lie. They lie, and you can see the child cringe, but
Wow.
can't defend.
They
Mm-hmm.
can't say anything. Aisha says
No,
they abuse them. So what can we do?
we
What
just
can be
need a
done?
helpline. We need,
Right.
as I'm saying, if we have a helpline, we also need legal minds.
Right.
Because me, Andrea, right? I don't have, I am not a children's lawyer. I'm just
Right.
an advocate.
Right.
So basically, I have to be careful of who I help and how I help because I can put myself in a trouble, big, big trouble too. Because you have to
Mm,
remember, say, sometimes a child can be lying.
Right.
okay.
So I guess that's where maybe
So
if
seek
something come up,
someone.
you would want
Okay.
it's a system, because then you probably would want a psychologist to talk to that child to kind of decipher, is this going on? What's going
Mhm,
on? So, like from a
mhm.
professional standpoint, so I understand that aspect as an educator as well,
Yeah.
Angela. So
Yeah, man.
that's an important point.
Mhm.
But we have many children, many, when I say thousands
Mm-hmm.
of children in Jamaica who are suffering. And it's parental alienation. We have gone into the molestation by fathers. You
Right.
have children who have been left with their fathers. The father don't know where mother they. And the
Mm-hmm.
father come in and you feel so happy to engage the dad to say, wow, such a father standing up to the children, combing their hair, combing the girls' hair, making sure, only to find out say the child is sleeping with the dad. I mean,
No.
just sleep on the same bed. They're having an affair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well.
And it's after a while you realize how the child behaves. You realize that no man,
Mm-hmm.
something wrong here. So you have that's another set up that's another
Is
set
that a
to deal with.
syndrome? Is that is there a term for that? Like, is that a
I think it's a conundrum.
oh,
It's
it's a conundrum. Okay, I didn't know if that was a syndrome because now the child is a
you know,
child.
Andrea, that is a serious.
Does a child think now they're the mother of the home, or they're playing the role of the mom, or
I don't know. You have some communities.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that you have, I think, two communities in Jamaica that those communities are known for incestuous relationships? Did you
Mm,
know?
I did not know.
Yes, you have two. I know of two major communities in Jamaica that once you walk in that community, the level of incest is so high.
Mm-hmm.
And them a come to school and them a defend it too when they come at the hearing. When I say after me picking
Mm-hmm.
after me,
Well, you know,
he better be that man out a road me.
Oh, so they are very much open up, but it's a crime, isn't it? Isn't incest a crime in Jamaica?
Of
I would
course,
have said,
incest is a crime.
Okay.
mm-hmm. Well, Andre is saying it's in, what's that? What's up going on there? I want to pull.
When I hear me,
I
Yeah,
hear a
man,
little scratching.
but I hear something. Let me see. Oh, it looked like something wrong with Delcita
Connection.
connection. But in any event, though, you're right, Andre. You're saying it's important how people get involved because there's
Mandatory
a
reporting
mandatory.
duty.
So right, so it's not like you're going to echo to your what you do
Mhm.
professionally. So you have to make sure that you stay within those parameters, and even if you're passionate like me, go to a lawyer,
Incest
go
is
to
a crime. It's a
somebody.
high court matter. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
crime. But then come a
yeah,
court and defend it. Oh my lord. Guys,
it's
if you're
terrible.
joining us, we have Miss Delcita with us. I think she dropped out. I don't know where. We're gonna try to bring her back. But we're
Right.
talking about parental alienation through migration. Um, the show, what is the name of the show she has? Ex baby mother.
Right,
Um,
which
it,
talks purely about parent alienation,
mhm.
and it's something that it's very common. And even as a counselor in her practice, she sees it on a daily basis, and even too as an educator, because I've taught in Jamaica for a year, roughly a year
Mhm.
plus teaching practicums times that I would have done, and it's something that's very rampant. Um,
So you've
so
seen
oh,
that.
actually firsthand too,
And
firsthand.
I don't want to hold anything against the parents who migrate, since we're talking about
Because
immigration.
9 out of 10 times, I think some of them are leaving because of abuse.
Hmm.
Some of them are leaving because they just really want better for them, and so sometimes maybe it's the way how maybe it's how it's done, you
Hmm.
know. But 9 out of 10 times, somebody ever want to go fire now because them might try to look better for themselves and that child
And better
or
for their
that
family.
family.
So it's
Right.
always the decisions
And
that.
you're always, you have to kind of look at it from all different lens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So sometimes it comes down to, like the decisions that mothers have to make, that
Right.
fathers have to make. It's and sometimes, it's an unselfish, or maybe some would argue it's a selfish decision, but the children are the ones that are affected. And that's what we're covering on tonight's show.
Right. I think
Um
tonight is a rich. We've been having a really rich discussion,
mhm,
and it's very relatable too, because I know we're in the system. We teach. We're also migrants as well,
mhm.
and just kind of tying it up all. And then all the lawyers are here, kind of validating what we're saying and adding thoughts to it. So
Adding the bookends. Yeah.
really, really good discussion tonight.
Yeah.
I think something went wrong with Dulcita's
Wi-Fi.
something going over there, so she might join back very soon. But in any event, do we have any questions? Any
I don't see
questions?
any questions tonight. Tonight has been really good enough because we've had a lot of um tag teaming with some of the attorneys in the audience talking about, okay, you're in Jamaica or you're in another country, and
Mhm.
the non-custodial parent has migrated, that non-custodial parent still have a financial responsibility to that child. So
and
keep
and
in
and
mind.
and also I know too, in the event that that parent is here too, and let's say that the custodial parent is trying to maybe keep away that child from the non-custodial parent. Attorney Williams can go to the court and she
Mhm,
can, say, listen, I need to vary this order. There's somebody who there's a family member, there is a father, there's a grandfather, there's a grandmother,
mhm,
there's a sister, some immediate relative that has interest and
mhm,
also would, like to see this child or like to engage with this child. And so you can go back to the courts in Jamaica and vary that order. And Attorney Williams can confirm as well. Vary
mhm,
that order so that can be done. Because again, I always say to people, and I say this without apology because I'm a single parent, and I have a 7-year-old. The child, when you have a child, the child is not more to the mother than the father, and the child is not more to the father than the mother, right? You can't really split the picnic in two,
mhm.
but when one party decides to act unfairly or unjust, there are systems in place to fix that. Reach out to the relevant authorities, whether it is court, because I mean, there's court here that we go to for recourse if that ever happens. I'm sure it's there in Jamaica too. And we've been talking about lawyers too, and the thought came to me, but what if people can't really afford lawyers? I know I think there are legal aids in Jamaica. I
Mhm.
should think so.
And
That
because in the spirit of immigration, when
mm,
there is if you're in Jamaica and the non-custodial parent happens to be a US citizen or green card holder, you can
right.
try contacting the Department of State, making your way to the embassy, the US consulate there, because that child will have certain rights,
To
especially
the US.
if there's a United States citizen parent.
Right.
Somebody come to Jamaica, meet somebody and them a citizen, and there's a child born out of that. Remember that child do have some rights. Andre
Right.
said there's a legal society in Kingston. I think Andre, is that like legal aid?
Right.
We can go to for help. And the
And,
North.
and Cecile, right, attorney Cecile Black too. I know she has Northeast Legal Aid Society in Portland. They're doing very well as well. They work with a lot of clients who cannot afford.
And maybe that's where, as individuals in the diaspora, that's where we put our resources,
Right.
right? So
Right.
maybe we can't help directly, but we can help directly because it's certainly a crisis, I think,
It is.
with
It is.
these.
Because having the conversation, that's I mean, I'm here in my chair and I'm nailed and I'm, really like listening because I'm very passionate about this
Mhm.
sort of thing. I don't like injustice. And I think it's not fair to these children. And so we have to find a way to kind of remedy it and remedy it amicably for all parties concerned. So
Mhm.
really, really good discussion. Garnick is saying, yes, grandparents or other relatives in Jamaica too can
Can apply for
apply for visiting.
visitation. Okay.
So all like so nobody can hide no picnic from no. If
Mhm.
if you don't have
And,
one parent
and
will
I
try.
don't and I don't think they should just throw up their hands and say, "Oh, it's going to take too long, so I'm not going to do anything."
No,
I
no.
think
And that's where I think maybe
thumbs down for that. You can't do that.
no. And I like the sign, Diani. In I think some sessions back in the elementary school that I used to work at, they would have this for students to kind of use as their emotions.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Garnick is
So here's
legal
some resources.
counsel,
You want to tag those?
King's
We're getting
Counsel.
some
Yeah,
good.
yeah, man, let's tag these. So
So there's some resources.
Kingston Legal Aid Clinic and the Norman Manley Legal Aid Clinic. So I guess these are all institutions that can help low income people. Andre said we should always remember that is not what a parent wants. Exactly.
But what is
Perfect.
in the best interest of the
What is
child?
in the best interest of the
I like
child?
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
right. Because 9 out of 10 times, I'm sure no child wants to be alienated from one of the parents. So the child are gonna like the mother, the child are gonna like the father. And so
Mhm.
think parents need to just kind of move away from whatever it is that they have and put the child's best interest at heart.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree.
So, so I guess we don't have any questions because it's just us really
No,
chatting about our
I
mouths
don't
today.
see any questions. No, I think tonight is not so much Q&A. I think it's
Yeah,
more, and I'm sorry that we lost Delcita.
Andrea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
we really
something
had
went on,
things were
but
really
she
going
really
well.
kind of opened. Um,
Opened the
um,
conversation really well. And for
yes,
those of you that are in Jamaica, um, ex-baby mother is making its way through St. Elizabeth, Negril, Savlamar, and at the Courtlet Auditorium in Kingston. So you should
right.
definitely think, thank you, Aisha Lawrence Reed. She said, I enjoyed the session.
And she's
You
all the
should
way over in South Carolina. I tell you, this program is
all
every
over. And you
every day.
guys gotta tell a friend to tell a friend. We're here every Monday evening. Hey fam, we're here
Hey,
every
guys.
Monday evening and Wednesday evening. And I know today's discussion was kind of heavy. Aisha,
Yes.
it was a little heavy today because we're talking about parental alienation, but at least we hope we would have shared some information.
Right. So you know what? Maybe on one of the sessions we can try to get the Legal Aid Society people. We probably could reach out to Attorney Black and some other ones, Williams, to kind of
Mhm.
come and talk. Because these are resources that I think parents need. They don't know about these things. I mean, I grew up in Jamaica and I never really know nothing about no legal aid.
Mhm.
And I mean, I know about lawyer. I mean, my mom worked with one of the big
Big
baddest
and bad, Mr. Ernest Smith.
lawyers.
Big and bad, big and bad.
But apart from that,
Mhm.
you don't really know about these resources, these things that are there to kind of help.
And I think too, as an immigration lawyer, here's what I see happening a lot. Like
Right.
when families come to me and like somebody's here and they want to adjust their status and the children are
Mhm.
back in Jamaica, they put the children second. So they'll start their paperwork and say, oh, when we get through, when you get through, it's 2 years down the road.
Yeah. Put the
Whereas
children on paperwork now.
always, it's to the point now where in my firm, I will say, let's add the children for free. And they always wonder why I do it. And it's because I do not want those children in another country just sitting there.
That's really commendable of you, D, because I
No,
mean,
I always call
you
it, Mr. Buy
understand
one
the
phone free.
repercussions, right?
Yeah, I'm
So
always,
Andre and so really because that was my next thing to when Delcita said like only 2 social workers is assigned to maybe a parish. Come on, that's ridiculous.
there should be
There
a
should
drive
be a
more than
drive to get more licensed clinical social workers in Jamaican schools. And social workers are not guidance counselors. It's two
that. Mhm.
different things. Education attorneys, child advocates, and therapists.
And I think that could
That's
be,
why because I when I worked in the school in New York City public schools, I realize the stark difference between how things operate. Come, let me tell you something. If you ever had a child come to school one morning and the pitney even look hungry,
Mhm.
the people that we call child service by and say, something I go
Yeah,
on.
people look
Mark
hungry.
you. By 4 o'clock in the evening, somebody are gonna come or 10 o'clock at night, them are gonna come and knock up your door. What's
Yeah.
going on? We have reason to believe that so and so, and we need to investigate. They're very serious about children. Very,
Yeah.
very serious.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but Jamaica, we're a little bit, under the weather with that, meaning we don't have the resources.
Resources,
What
yeah.
is a LCSW?
I think
Not
licensed clinical social workers.
okay. Okay. Thank
So I
you.
think when once they're clinic, they're really able to go in and look
Mhm,
look at the rudimentary causes, right, Andre? Of
mhm.
exactly what's going on.
You know what? One week I would love us to do is instead of me and you coming and talking for
Mhm.
Immigration Corner, we have a Zoom conversation. Like bring all our
Everybody
regulars
on.
into a room and just kind of talk. I think that
And
would be so
I
nice.
realize I like the I like this topic. I like the parent
I love
alienation.
this topic and the input.
Yes. So
Here,
maybe we
great
could get some more
minds.
counselors,
To a round table and
around
see
around the thing
count me
who
in.
can,
I just said count her in. And
of
I
course,
think we can say 60 minutes and we should be able to walk away with one thing we can do
mm-hmm.
for this topic because I don't like to just sit and talk. I think
Right.
if we're gonna talk, it's gonna be all right. All of
Want
it,
them to walk away with some sort of self-help
one-
strategy.
some call to action.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right, right.
I like that.
Let's think about that and do a Zoom, because at the end of the day, to remember, Immigration Corner is about, we said it's a vehicle that we're basically using to educate people, to
Is that
bring
train?
people
And
to,
we're not have no drive upon a train.
right, and we just go with the flow. Because listen, none of this was planned, you know. We didn't have no script, we
There's
didn't have nothing. It just happens randomly.
random.
That's how we do it here.
All right,
Um,
it's we've been on for about an hour, 19 minutes. It's 9:52. Professor Johnson, you want to talk a little bit about who you are and what you do, and why are we here? These are for the academy that you are holding in your hand, Miss. Yes, ma'am. They were for the academy, and they're in the boxes being mailed.
oh, she said, "Oh, those are for the academy that you're
Yes,
holding."
ma'am. Like, because I have to use them. Remember, I ordered them for Jumpstart, and they came in
Right,
late, so they're
right,
being mailed out.
right.
Um, and
But yes,
Gunny,
Gandhi, we're gonna
there's
do it. But
so
of
much
course,
more she
me,
could have typed.
what you say? You want me to talk about myself?
Yeah, Gunny said there's so much more she could have typed. That means
We're gonna definitely have a really rich conversation. So we might
I
need to
think
invite.
I think the show should be called maybe Barrel Children
Mm-hmm. That
and
night.
tie in social workers in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
and all that. There's so much more. And I
Right.
said she's been absorbing. I think we could really have a fuller discussion and
Yes.
see. Yeah.
So we go from there. All right. Um, about me, I
Yes.
as you all know, I'm Professor Darren Johnson. I teach.
What was in your cup this week?
I had
Before
some
Delsita left.
I had some sparkling cider, some.
And I didn't get to show Delsita the cup I brought for her, you see?
But she'll see it
Miss
because I think
Delsita, if you're watching, we really thank you for coming, and we're sorry that your Wi-Fi dropped off. Go on to your bed, my dear.
nobody never tell us say, woman, Wi-Fi drop off.
And what happened?
You don't know.
Oh, because there's something happened to the Wi-Fi dropped. Darren, Darren Johnson, is you ever get in that trouble?
All right, our Wi-Fi drop off. Our Wi-Fi
No,
drop
okay, something happened to the connection.
whatever happened, and we miss her. But Delsita, it was really, really
It
great
was a pleasure.
having you.
Here.
Yes, really, really great having you. You know, really shedding some light on some really important
Yes.
matters that really affect us, things
Mhm.
that we live daily or reality. And I think these are conversations that we need to have. These are the conversations I should be hearing principals, I should be hearing administrators, ministry
Talking about.
officials talking about. Me not every day when I get up, I talk about this, that. These are the foundational reasons
Mhm.
where we are today. And so if we don't find means, if we don't find mechanisms to remedy this situation, the cycle will continue. So
Thank you, Ahai. He said, great show once more. Thank you for always supporting. And Professor Johnson, if people want to reach out to you,
yes, so if
or
people want to reach out to me, of course, there's a link I share on my I'm gonna try to put it in my bio as well, so you can just go and just click
Nashambi
right
said we
away.
should do. Nashambi, tell us a little bit more about what audience Nashambi, can you tell us a little bit more about the audience you'd like to? You said you want to hear more
Really
topics.
enjoyed it. You
All
guys
of
need
you
to
type something on a topic that you'd like us to bring to Immigration Corner. We're here Monday and Wednesday nights at 8:30. Professor Johnson works in the immigration space. I myself am an immigration law attorney. We have Donna Ingram, who is an ITIN queen in the audience, attorney Ganique Williams. She's an attorney in Jamaica. And I think we had earlier Andre was in the house, and attorney Patrick Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a full house tonight, y'all. Like, if y'all like to put all of us in a room to talk to us,
yeah. And there are a lot of teachers on too, so I know they could relate.
Teachers,
like
yes.
Trisha, Aisha, all of them, you know, they're educated. So these are things that they live. They
tonight
see
was
every
a very sophisticated. Andre is still here. Tonight was a very sophisticated discussion.
Yes.
The discussion heavy and nice.
And they might have said, Lord, in passionate, yes, because I teach. I'm a trained teacher. I went to Monique College. That's where I started. And then started at Arbuthnot, and I was at Brownstone Comprehensive too. And that experience was everything. We really did love Brownstone High School. Um, so
Brownstone High School you went to?
Diani, me look like me got Brownstone High School.
Oh, you say they love Brownstone High School. And you say love Brownstone High School, you
No,
know?
because me say with me teach over there, but
Oh, come on.
I
About
went
not you go.
yes, that is my school. You know,
About
me
not the
very
near Bunny Hill. About not
no,
the
I
near
live
Bunny.
in Bunny, and about not the near Alexandra. Well,
Oh,
it's in Alexandria.
because
Right.
where's about
It
not again? Is it by the hospital?
past the hospital and go up around one
And
corner.
go. Yeah, man, right in that corner. Okay, I know where it is now.
But that's my school. That's where I went. Very proud of my school. Very,
Aisha
very
went
proud
to
of my
Church
school.
Teachers
Very
College.
proud of Curtis College. See? But yes, so in any event, taught at Holland for 14 years. See, so,
Oh
so
wow.
really people with good experience really listening
And so they've seen
seeing these
everything we're
things
talking about
firsthand. Right.
firsthand.
So we're
Just
gonna have more conversations about
mm-hmm,
these things. We're gonna bring people in who are in the space and who can really relate the experience
mm-hmm.
and break it down too. So at the end of the day, you can walk away with something, or you can say, "Hey, you know, Diani, you can call this place if you don't have this or if you don't have that." So I mean, we really want to thank each of
And
you
I
for
love the interaction tonight. Oh
tuning
my,
in.
the chat
Yes,
was on
it
fire
was
tonight.
powerful,
The chat was
powerful.
chat.
Yeah,
Again,
man.
thumbs up for the chat. Thumbs up.
Right.
And all right, guys. So what do I have coming up? We have in the academy, we have Jumpstart classes for our incubator start January 14th. If you have
Mhm.
an immigration story and you'd like to use that to make money, DM me WILA. Just DM me WILA if you'd like to be a part of our Immigration Law Academy.
Now, when you say immigration story, simple. You were here abroad, and you did have to go through one little patch, and all of them something there. Oh, can you know me say me must know the last name. Me know the name. The name look familiar. Me know I'm a classmate. Oh,
Dabadob.
thank you so much, Enshambi, for joining my classmate from about. So,
Hi, Dabadob is Jamaican.
oh yeah. So
Oh,
Ajay said Aisha taught me in high school. Big up my teacher.
Ojai, Dabadob.
But back to my point with the Willa. Um,
Aisha said she have a student in the audience.
that's Ajay.
Oh, that's too funny. And Nashambi Floriza. Is
Yeah,
that
the
the
Nasham
audience full of
is
smart people
my
tonight?
schoolmate. But in any
Okay.
event, when Diani talks about your immigration story, it simple means you could be even you could even be in Jamaica. And let's say probably you usually sit down at your granny table and help your granny, or you help the church sister, church brothers fill out visa application, do these things. She will help you to level that up and make money. Right? I'm Exhibit A here. I came to America 2013. I was a trained teacher, did what I had to do, and guess what? I ended up in deportation. And so through that, it was a process, but going through the process, I learned a lot, and that's where my passion really started for immigration. So you can use your story to benefit you and benefit others. So message Diani if you need.
Actually, I'm gonna put the link. We have a 3-day next week.
Mhm.
We have Jumpstart next week. I'll just put the link in the chat. If you want to learn more about the academy, just do
Okay,
that. And if you have any immigration matters, you want to text
right.
Professor Nansen, you can put your link in if anybody has any immigration questions for you.
And another reminder I want to tell people, the visas in Jamaica are going. Because remember, I made a post that I was gonna help 20 individuals. Listen, that 20 went out of proportion.
Oh wow.
What I've been telling people, book those interview dates, because what we've seen happen is that when you book the dates, even if you get a date in July, 4 a.m. when we get up tomorrow morning and we look on the concealer queen's look, she check, we have something in February, we have something in December. So I've had most of the clients, most of them people that were came in and paid their money, they had dates like for June and May. Now they have their interviews December here coming.
Things are being moved up. If
The
you have
things
a
are being
family
moved
member,
out. So the
yeah.
important thing is that you send the passport to us, and we'll use that information to book to book the appointment, we
Mhm.
have our very own concealer queen, Nadia Barrett Lewis. She is competent, knowledgeable. We work as a team, and so everything goes across all our decks. We vet everything and do everything. So when you work with Nadia, you're working with me, you're working with Dion, you're working with everybody. So reach out if you need those visas. Because the truth here, what I want people to fly out, and I want people to experience other cultures. And as my post, I think I made a post the other day, Diane, at 10 o'clock, I was soon done. But I made a post the other day. I said, when people come a foreign, on top ask people when them a go back. Foreign no phone no alone. So stop ask people when them a go back. When the people them come, if you have something, give them look at something, say, all right, go and go buy this from Korna or whatever. But stop asking people when them a go back. Foreign
Then
no
you ask
phone.
me to go back.
Yeah,
Okay.
them ask them I go back for. If they don't want to go back and then find their way, or don't know phone business that.
Yeah.
That's why
And
they
when
have
you
people
go to
like
Jamaica,
yeah,
and ask me to go back either. And ask me to
yeah.
go back a foreign either. Suppose me want to stay me a Jamaican.
Oh, like me know, cause when I like me dey go to Jamaica already and in a KFC, then what you do ya come pull my teeth in a KFC. You know we go through. You come pull my teeth and trim, right? But in any event, good people,
Wait, they
understand
can't do this.
so
Wait.
much.
So you say that you got Jamaica on vacation.
Yeah, me got Jamaica on vacation, go in a KFC. See me. Then I will do your son. I said, me come pull my teeth and trim me here. How what else me could have do in a KFC? No must buy something to yam.
And when you come,
Mm-hmm. Right. So
let that give me or let that give me no, let that person give me. This is the person don't pay for. I'm feeling the person Jamaica and the person don't pay for.
yeah, yeah, man, I'm a teeth me come pull and trim me
I
here.
love that one. I love it. I love it. Guys, we really, really appreciate you all supporting us and hanging. You see, people them just sit down in there till the show done.
It's interesting, man, and
I
and
love
it
it.
just stay right up there.
Mhm.
But and we're gonna have this replayed as well, so you'll see
Monday,
that.
and we'll replay this because tonight was a good one. Monday
Right.
and Wednesday, guys, at 8:30 or thereabouts, when the vibes give us, we're here. And we don't know what topic we're gonna talk about. We pick a topic tonight. We happen to pick a really good topic about parent alienation and all that good stuff. And we had the phenomenal Delcita, Miss Andrea Delcita Wright, who joined us. If you're in Jamaica, go and go look for other baby mother. Make sure you watch that.
My name ex baby mother.
Ex baby mother.
Right. And remember if you need an attorney in Jamaica,
Gonique
attorney
Williams.
Williams, reach
Mhm.
out to her. She's competent. And as there's what the slogan, have never she's been practicing for 8 years. She's
Mhm.
never lost a criminal case.
Nice.
That says something to you. Until next time, good people.
Walk good. Any music to take us out?
Yes, make me feel very
Me get the thing them, so we out the road now.
okay, hold
I like
on there
that.
again. All right,
Brap, 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 brap.
baby.
I said, where was the news we can use?
We don't have no news today, but we
We
have
didn't
it's
use
phone.
tonight. I would have guessed. I forgot the news you can use. How
All
was
right.
news we can use? Oh hi. Oh my god, you're amazing. I love it. Love
All
it,
right.
love it, love it.
Here's my ghetto story. Been in hell through the fire. Now gonna take it higher. Here's my survival story. So many reasons to sing them. Now we got the keys to the kingdom. I remember those
In those
days when
days,
hell
when
was
hell
my
was
home.
my home,
When
and
my bed was a big piece of home, and me never like paid, and my ear never come. When mama gonna work me, go street or roam. I remember when Danny them get my snow cone and make him lick a bread at them, kick up Jerome. I remember when we visit them with pure big stone.
time.
the blood and it pop out something wet full of chrome. I remember when we run, but I get him knee blown. And my best friend Richie get doing I'm down. I remember Sunny Avenue turning a war zone. And Mikey mother fly him out, cause she get alone. Mikey got to foreign and got on Al Capone. Make one leap of money and say, me no I won't know how we can lock the city. And that is well known. Yesterday Mikey called me on my phone. Me say, Mikey, we get the thing them out of luck now. We squeeze 7 and the one of them are broke now. Me a believe for extra cause we not broke now.
We got the kingdom, so we have to make way. We take it from the bottom to the top, take place. And now the whole community can live greatly. I remember those days when we was dead broken. I could barely find $1 for a token. Hop in the train just to get where I'm going. Propose after me, I'm running like I'm smoking. Remember those days when I went to bed hungry. All I ever ate was white rice and honey. Big dreams in my head, empty my tummy. Might crack a smile, but ain't nothing funny. I remember playing over needles in the streets. Everywhere I go, man, want some part of me. Dirty, hookers and hoes.
I just have I sung this.
Bodies for dope. Remember crying, saying that will never be me. Gonna make it someday. Gotta be somebody. Say, mommy, don't worry, it's just you and me. One day you'll get out of this misery.
We get the kingdom, them out of luck now. Me squeeze 7 and the one of them are broke now.
Anytime
We
I
not
do
only
that.
action, cause we not broke now.
We got the kingdom, so they got to make way. We take it from the bottom to the top, take place. And now the whole community can live greatly. Here's my ghetto story. Been in hell through the fire, now gonna take it higher. Here's my survival story. So many reasons to sing them. Now we got the keys to the kingdom.
All right, guys, we love you all. Good night. Good night, and thank you all so much. We appreciate you, and thank you for supporting us. Blessings. See you back on Monday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Monday evening.
We have one more to go out.
One more
That's
song? Okay.
I play my
King
song now.
David sit up on the heavenly throne. Hallelujah. Oh Jesus. See people business and leave it alone.
Hallelujah.
Sarah
Who cares for me?
Hallelujah. Why? I weigh myself in you, Lord.
Thank you all.
Hallelujah.